Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? I record and publish podcasts on a platform called Spotify for Podcasters, and I absolutely love it. Essentially, you can upload from your phone or computer, and it distributes to every platform that plays podcasts. They support video podcasts, and you can make money on the platform with ads or even podcast subscriptions, something that has made my life so much easier as a podcaster. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcast app, or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started on your podcast today.
OpenAI is currently in talks with Sam Altman for a possible return as CEO. This is amidst all of the leadership turmoil that we've seen from the board after Sam Altman was fired, and then they thought they were going to bring him back, and then they hired a new CEO, and then he got a job over at Microsoft. This thing has been going crazy all weekend, but I wanted to break down everything happening because apparently he might just be coming back as the new CEO of OpenAI. So this is obviously a remarkable twist. This is one of the leading stories in AI that is happening right now. And of course, Sam Altman in discussions about a possible return at the helm of the company that he obviously helped establish. So sources familiar with this whole situation report that negotiations involve Altman, the interim CEO Emmett Shear, and then also the board member Adam D'Angelo, who a lot of people are blaming for this entire mess because they think there's a conflict of interest between Quora and what he was building there, and he was mad that OpenAI launched the GPT store. In any case, this is all also involving all of OpenAI's investors who want to make sure the company they invested in at billions and billions of dollar valuation is not completely destroyed. So the nature of the discussions still are in the early stages and they're confidential, but they suggest a potential restructuring at the top of OpenAI. One proposed scenario includes Altman's appointment as a director on a transitional board with former Salesforce CEO or co-CEO Brett Taylor joining as a director. This development, I think, marks a significant shift, particularly as the board had until Monday largely refrained from engaging with Altman following his abrupt dismissal last Friday. The reason behind Altman's firing remain shrouded in mystery. No one really knows. It's very sketchy, to be 100% honest. The OpenAI board has been citing a quote, lack of consistent candidness in communications, but also, they're denying any relation to malfeasance or safety issues. So it's not some really grave error. So among the key stakeholders pushing for Altman's reinstatement, of course, are prominent investors such as Thrive Capital, Koshla Ventures, Tiger Global Management, Sequoia Capital. All of these are playing supportive roles in this. And I mean, you have to know that these people put millions of dollars in at billions of dollars at $1 billion valuations. The most recently they were going to close around at $80 billion valuation. That is probably off the table for a while. But even earlier this year when Microsoft put in a $20 billion valuation, these people put it in with Sam Altman at the head. That's the person that they trusted. That's the person they believed in. Once he gets kicked out, a lot of these people are feeling very shaky about that investment. So this investor pressure comes amidst internal tumult at OpenAI, where a majority of the employees have threatened to quit unless Altman is reinstated. The urgency of these negotiations is underscored by an aim to resolve the leadership crisis before Thanksgiving. So this is essentially in a bid to spare OpenAI employees the holiday burden of a job, all these job-related uncertainties. You don't want them going home, trying to take Thanksgiving off, and really all they're thinking about is the fact that their company could be falling apart. So OpenAI's Vice President of Global Affairs, Anna Machunga, communicated to staff about the intense discussions, that's what she said, underway, highlighting the company's efforts to find a unifying solution. The backdrop of this whole leadership shuffle is really the intense scrutiny faced by the board for their decision to fire Altman to begin with. And this has left not only the broader public, but also key figures like Satya Nadella, who's of course CEO of Microsoft and OpenAI's largest investor, looking for clarity on the matter, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So even Emmett Shear, who's the current CEO, appears to be in the dark regarding the board's motivations, which sources indicate really this is I think this is kind of indicating his intentions to leave, if not provided with a clear written explanation for Altman's firing. And he apparently, some people have been saying that he says he's quitting as CEO if they don't come up with a clear reason. So the situation at OpenAI's company right now, I think, is very reflective of a broader challenge that's faced by companies at the cutting edge of AI right now. There's rapid growth, there's intense public scrutiny, and all of this can lead to an equally rapid shift in leadership and strategy. I think a potential return of Altman would signify a strategic consolidation for OpenAI, especially with possible implications for its relationship with Microsoft. As analysts from Bloomberg recently wrote in a recent article, Altman's return could strengthen Microsoft's strategic position, especially if it gains a seat at OpenAI's new board. However, the possibility of Microsoft acquiring OpenAI seems very slim given ongoing regulatory challenges. I don't think, I don't think that with all of everything going on in regulation that this is just going to be an acquisition. I think the unfolding situation at OpenAI serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between, innovative startups and also stable governance in a fast-paced tech industry. As the story continues to develop, I'll continue to keep you updated on everything that is happening here. Very interesting, and it'd be very interesting to see if the current CEO or interim CEO of OpenAI resigns, and if we're going to be able to get Sam Altman back as CEO of OpenAI before Thanksgiving, or if this gets dragged out longer than that. I'll make sure to keep you updated. Make sure to stay subscribed to everything that I have coming out, and make sure if you're interested in investing in an innovative AI startup that you go check out AIbox.ai and get on the wait list to use our no-code AI app builder and marketplace. It is model and agnostic,